Well, let's call the meeting to order then, and we'll ask the clerk if she would take a roll.
Ms. Dunn,
I'm here.
Mr. Stovall,
Here.
Mr. Weber,
Here.
Dr. Moeller.
Yes.
Through the chair, we have quorum.
Okay, great. Thank you. Next on the agenda is the approval of the consent calendar, items 9 to 11. Anyone want to remove anything from that? Not seeing anything. Do we have a motion?
Also move to accept.
Okay, motion by Ms. Dunn,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Weber. If the clerk will take the roll, please.
Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
Mr. Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Weber,
Yes.
Dr. Moeller.
Yes. Yes.
Through the chair, motion passes.
Okay, thank you. So that's approved. We'll go then to the public hearing portion of our agenda. And so would anyone who will be testifying, please raise your right hand. And you do solemnly swear or affirm under the laws of the state of California under penalty of perjury that the testimony you shall give in the matters before this board shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Yes.
The record should reflect all responded affirmatively. Let's go then to the first item on the docket, S2438S, a short variance for Sunrise Power Company. We have you can come forward to our yes. If you'd come forward and state your name for the record and spell it if you would. You can go ahead and be seated if you'd like. And turn on your,
There you go.
there you go.
I'm Benjamin Kang with Sunrise Power. It's BNJAMIN, last name KANG.
Okay, thank you, Benjamin. And I think Estella, this is yours. Benjamin, your initial petition that you gave to the board, we'll consider that as your initial testimony. We'll hear then from Estella Soto, and then you'll have a chance to respond if you'd like.
Okay.
So Estella?
Yes, good morning. My name is Estela Soto, and I'm a senior air quality specialist here with the district. Before you is Sunrise Power Company, LLC. They operate a commercial electrical power generation facility capable of producing 585 megawatts of power to be sold into California's wholesale electric market. The facility consists of two identical 160 megawatts high efficiency combined cycle natural gas fired combustion turbine generator, units number 1 and unit number 2. Oxides of nitrogen, carbon monoxide, and oxygen from the turbine units are required to be monitored with a continuous emission monitoring system installed and operated by Sunrise. Sunrise has scheduled an upgrade of the turbine compressor rotor for unit number 1 and unit number 2. This upgrade is scheduled to occur sometime in April of 2025 during a scheduled outage. According to manufacturer recommendation, the rotors must be field performance tested by the manufacturer prior to normal operation. In order to perform this testing, the turbines will need to operate at full speed, no load, for a minimum of 4 uninterrupted hours with data readings collected every 15 minutes. When the turbines are running at full speed, no load, it will be outside of normal operating parameters, which results in a significant emissions increase. Therefore, Sunrise has requested a short variance from the requirements of district rules in addition to the applicable conditions of the subject permits. This requested short variance would be for a non-consecutive 96-hour period to occur sometime between April 1st and May 31st, 2025, inclusive. If granted, the variance would allow Sunrise to operate units number 1 and number 2 with excess NOx and CO emissions while the turbine compressor rotors is upgraded and performance testing is conducted. Sunrise has estimated that excess emissions associated with this variance could be as high as 14,458.2 pounds of NOx and 33,033.2 pounds of CO. The district has reviewed the calculations and finds them to be an adequate approximation for variance purposes. The district believes that the required findings as set forth in the California Health and Safety Code can be made and recommends that Sunrise be granted the short variance with the conditions on pages 3, 4, and 5 of the staff report. And that concludes the district's presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Estella. Any questions for Estella? Not seeing any. Benjamin, anything?
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
Is that CO carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide?
Monoxide.
Come on,
Monoxide, isn't it?
okay.
It's monoxide.
Okay. Any other questions? Sorry, Doctor, I'll have to remember to look up there at the screen and see. Okay, with that, then Benjamin, anything you would like to add?
Nothing to add, no questions.
Okay, any questions for Benjamin? Okay, not seeing any questions here. With that, let's see if we have any public comment. Not seeing anything here in Bakersfield. About Fresno.
No public comments on Fresno, none online.
Okay, thank you. With that, then we'll close the testimony portion of this hearing and see if we have a discussion, motion.
Yeah, I'll move. I move to approve to Sunrise Power Company LLC and Fellows a petition, a regular short variant set forth in docket number S-24-38S. Okay, with the required 6 findings of the Health and Safety Code adopted by references set forth in this staff report, the variance shall be effective for a non-consecutive 96-hour period to occur sometime between April 1st, 2025 and May 31st, 2025, inclusive, or until Sunrise has completed installation of the new turbine compressor, rotors, and the performance testing, whichever occurs first. Subject, therefore, to those conditions reported on pages 3 to 5 of the staff report.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Dunn. Do I have a second?
I second.
Oh, okay. We'll give it to Dr. Miller. Second by Dr. Miller. If the clerk would take the roll, please.
Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
Mr. Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Weber,
Yes.
Dr. Mueller,
Yes.
through the chair, motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Benjamin. That's
Thank you.
okay. Next item on the agenda is S2502R, regular variance for Kern River Cogeneration Facility. Commissioner, come forward. And again, just state your name, spell it for the record if you would. Might want to turn that one on too, just so they can.
Cole Sarver, C-O-L-E, last name S-A-R-V as in Victor, E-R.
Thank you, Cole. Okay, and as previously, we'll consider your petition, your initial testimony, and go to the staff. You have a chance to respond. Go to Chris. I think this is yours.
That's correct. All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Chris Clash. I'm an air quality specialist here with the Air District. And before you this morning is Kern River Cogeneration Facility. Kern was previously granted an interim variance, which was S2502I on February 12th, 2025. It was to provide protection until the petition for the regular variance was heard, which is today. Kern operates 4 75 megawatt combustion turbines, which generate electric power for commercial sale and steam for enhanced oil recovery. District rules and Kern's permit conditions require them to certify, operate, and quality assure SEMS that is designed to measure and record the NOx, CO, and O2 concentrations of the exhaust gas. Kern has determined that the existing SEMS is approaching the end of its life, and that the hardware consisting of analyzers, and sample lines will need to be upgraded to ensure proper operation of the SIMS in the future. The data collected on the system will not be valid until the system is fully or successfully completes a testing and certification process. Kern is seeking a variance to allow them to continue to operate while the new analyzers and sample lines are installed, tested, and the SIMS is recertified. During this variance period, the emissions control equipment that is in existence will continue to function as designed. Kern has requested a regular variance from the applicable requirements of district rules in addition to the applicable requirements. I'm so sorry. Kern has requested a regular variance from the applicable requirements of district rules in addition to the applicable conditions of their subject permits. Requested regular variance period would be effective from March 12th, 2025 to September 30th, 2025 inclusive. If granted, the variance will allow Kern to operate without a certified SEMS while the new analyzers and sample lines are installed and the SEMS is recertified. No excess emissions are expected during the variance period. The district believes required findings as set forth in the California Health and Safety Code can be made and recommends that Kern be granted a regular variance with the conditions on pages 3 and 4. And this concludes district's presentation.
Thank you, Chris. Any questions for Chris?
There have to be a date change.
Is there a date change?
It's March 12th. Today's the,
No, we're putting it to the date when that interim ran out.
oh, okay.
Right, yeah, which, it's for basically, I mean, the record should reflect that we had a continuance of the hearing because of a lack of a quorum. So this would have occurred
Yeah.
prior to that.
Got it.
Okay. Other questions? Okay, hearing none, Cole, would you have anything you'd like to add?
Nothing to add at this time.
Any questions for Mr. Sarver?
Shoot.
With that, let's see if we have any public comment. Not seeing anything here in Bakersfield. How about Fresno?
None in Fresno and none online.
Okay, with that, then we will close the testimony portion of this. See if we have motion, discussion.
I can motion.
Corey?
All right, so I move to approve Kern River Cogeneration Facilities petition for a regular variance set forth in docket number S-25-02R with the required 6 findings of the Health and Safety Code adopted by reference and set forth in the staff report. The variance shall be effective from March 12th through September 30th, 2025, or until the new analyzers and sample lines are installed and the SEMS is certified, whichever occurs first, and shall be subject to conditions on pages 3 and 4 of the staff report.
Okay, thank you. A motion by Mr. Weber. Do I have a second?
Seconded.
Second by Ms. Dunn. If the clerk would take the roll, please.
Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
Mr. Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Weber,
Yes.
Dr. Moeller,
Yes.
through the chair, motion passes.
Okay, thank you. So it's granted. Thank you. Paul. Oh, you up again? You're up, you're next.
You're the next one too. Sycamore, huh?
We'll go then. Same, we'll get. S-25, yeah, I could have guessed that by the fact that Chris is there. Okay. Let's go to S-25-03R, regular variance for Sycamore Cogeneration Facility. And see, we have Cole is back up as the petitioner. Again, we'll consider your petition, your initial testimony. And we'll go to Mr. Kalasha.
All right, good morning again, everybody. My name is Chris Kalashin, Air Quality Specialist here at the Air District. For you this morning is Sycamore Cogeneration Facility. And just like our previous petition we heard, Sycamore was granted an interim variance, which was S-25-03I on February 12, 2025. And it was to provide protection until the petition for the regular variance was heard. Sycamore operates 4 75 megawatt combustion turbines, which generate electric power for commercial sale and steam for enhanced oil recovery. Sycamore is required to certify, maintain, operate, and quality assure a SEMS that is designed to measure and record the NOx, CO, and O2 concentrations of the exhaust gas. Sycamore has determined that the existing SEMS is approaching the end of its life and that hardware consisting of analyzers and sample lines will need to be upgraded to ensure proper operation of the SEMS in the future. The data that is collected will not be valid until the system successfully completes a testing and certification process. In addition to this, Sycamore has a contract to run one turbine at baseload to provide consistent power, and the other 3 operate as peaker turbines, which are committed to be operational at all times. During a site assessment in 2022, it was determined that the hardware control systems for each of these 4 units, which have been in place since the mid-1990s, need to be updated. Sycamore has plans to upgrade the system on unit number 4. During this testing, Sycamore expects that NOx and CO emissions will exceed permitted limits. Sycamore has requested a regular variance from the applicable requirements of district rules in addition to the applicable conditions of their subject permits. The requested variance period would be effective from March 12th, 2025 to September 30th, 2025 inclusive. There is a change that will need to be made. On page 2 of the staff report in the petitioner's request, the date that's in your packet that you got still shows the interim variance date. So it's going to need to change to March 12th, 2025 through September 30th, 2025. If this variance is granted, it will allow Sycamore to operate without a certified SEMS while the new analyzers and sample lines are installed. The SEMS is recertified, and for Sycamore to operate unit number 4 with excess NOx and CO emissions while the hardware control system function testing is conducted. Sycamore has estimated that excess emissions during the variance period could be as high as 500 pounds of NOx and 500 pounds of CO. The district believes required findings as set forth in the California Health and Safety Code can be made and recommends that Sycamore be granted a regular variance with the conditions on pages 4 and 5, in addition to the changes on page 2 of the staff report. And this concludes the district's presentation.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Any questions for Chris? Okay, not seeing any questions. Cole, anything you'd like to add?
Nothing to add at this time.
Okay. With that, then we'll see if we have any public comments. Not seeing anything in Bakersfield, anything in Fresno.
None in Fresno, none online.
Okay, thank you. So we will consider the testimony in this matter concluded and see if we have a motion or discussion. And/or discussion.
I'll motion. All right, so, all right, I move to approve Sycamore Cogeneration Facilities petition for a regular variance set forth in docket number S-25-03R with the required 6 findings of the Health and Safety Code adopted references set forth in the staff report. The variance shall be effective from March 12th, 2025 through September 30th, 2025, or until SEMS is certified and Sycamore has completed the hardware control systems, functions, and reliability testing, whichever occurs first, and shall be subject to conditions on pages 4 and 5 of the staff report, and that includes the additions to the changes on page 2.
Thank you, Corey. That's a motion by Mr. Weber. Do we have a second?
You did
I
it.
second.
Okay. Second by Dr. Mueller. So if the clerk would take the roll, please.
Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
Mr. Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Weber,
Yes.
Dr. Mueller,
Yes.
through the chair, motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's granted. Thank you. Okay, let's go then to S-2507S, a short variance for Era Energy LLC. Petitioners would again State your name and spell it for the record.
Brian Waymire, Brian. Last name Waymire.
Sam Parks, SAMPARKS.
Last one was hard.
I could give you my real
Okay. Remember, you're under oath.
name.
That's funny.
Let's see. So again, we'll consider your petition, your initial testimony. And let's see, I think Estella, this one's yours again.
That is correct. Good morning again. My name is Estela Soto, and I'm a senior air quality specialist here with the district. Before you is ERA. ERA has a light crude oil production operations within the Bell Ridge oil field. Water and gases are produced with the light crude oil. The gases are separated and collected by the gas gathering system. Under normal operation, the collected gases are compressed and piped to the Section 32 sulfur ox plant for processing. After sulfur and liquids are removed, the treated gas from the plant is sent to the field where its primary use is for fuel steam generators. ERA will need to shut down the Section 32 sulfur ox plant for annual cleaning and maintenance of the processing equipment. This will include internal vessel cleanings and repairing any leaks that have been delayed until the scheduled shutdown. Gas containing approximately 1,300 ppm hydrogen sulfide will be sent to the field after SOx emissions at steam generators. This residue gas is mixed with pipeline gas, quality gas prior to being burned in generators. The mixture is estimated to have 1,200 ppm sulfur upon arrival at the burners, except at the Anderson Fitzgerald steam generator battery, where ERA is proposing to use a cleaner blend of at least 57% pipeline quality gas, which will lower the sulfur content to 514 ppm sulfur at the burners in those units. ERA estimates that the work can be accomplished in 120 hours. However, they propose that this variance allow for up to 240 non-consecutive hours of sulfur ox plant downtime to ensure adequate recovery in the event that any unexpected complications arise. Therefore, ERA has requested a short variance from the applicable requirements of district rules in addition to the applicable conditions of the subject permits. The requested variance would be for a non-consecutive 240-hour period to occur sometime between March 31st and May 28th, 2025 inclusive. If granted, the variance would allow ERA to shut down the Section 32 sulfur ox plant for annual cleaning and maintenance of the processing equipment. ERA has calculated that in a worst-case scenario, the excess emissions for a full 240-hour period will be 47,640 pounds of SOx. The district has reviewed ERA's calculations and finds them to be adequate for this variance. The district believes that the required findings that set forth in the California Health and Safety Code can be made and recommends that ERA be granted a short variance with the conditions on pages 4, 5, and 6 of the staff report. And that concludes the district's presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Stella. Any questions? Stella, just one question, Stella. So anticipation is it will only take 20 hours, but the 240 is just in case it has to be spread out a little bit or moved from time to time. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. It kind of boggles the mind when you think. I think the report said about $1.75 million a day in loss if this weren't granted. So I hesitate to think what that would be for the full 240 hours. But any other questions? Okay, we'll go to the petitioner then. Anything you'd like to add?
Nothing to add.
Do we have any public comment? Not seeing anything here in Bakersfield. Anything in Fresno?
None in Fresno and none online.
Okay. With that, then we'll consider the testimony portion of this concluded and see if we have discussion, motion.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Ms. Dunn?
So I move to approve to Era Energy LLC petition for a short variance set forth in docket number S-25-07. It looks like it's McKittrick location. With the required 6 findings of the Health and Safety Code adopted by reference as set forth in this particular staff report. The variance shall be effective, let me see here, for a non-consecutive 240-hour period to occur sometime between March 31st to 2025 and May 28th, 2025 inclusive, or until all the necessary cleaning and maintenance work be completed on the Section 32 sulfur oxygen plant or same is returned to normal operation, whichever occurs first. Can I get all that in?
Okay.
And of course, the findings are subject to those conditions on pages 2, 3, and 4 of the staff report.
Motion by Ms. Dunn. Do we have a second?
I second.
Second by Dr. Mueller. If the clerk would take the roll, please.
Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
Mr. Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Weber,
Yes.
Dr. Mueller,
Yes.
through the chair, motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's granted. Thank you.
Easy, aren't they?
Let's go then to S-2508S, short variance for Chevron USA Inc. Again, if the petitioners come forward, state your names for the record and spell them.
Kurt Eknoyan, Eknoian, Chevron USA.
Lupe Uriarte, Lupe, Uriarte.
Quite as simple as Sam Parks.
Yeah.
Let's see, yeah, so same procedure. We'll consider your petition, your initial testimony. Then we'll go to the staff report and you have a chance to respond if you would like. Will, I think this is yours.
Yes, it is. Good morning. And my name is Will Kuhn. I'm an air quality specialist here at the district. And before you today is Chevron USA Inc. And Chevron operates equipment associated with the production and storage of crude oil and gas at the Station 2-22 oil cleaning plant within the Midway Sunset oil field. The facility utilizes a series of tanks to receive, process, and ship crude oil. The tanks are connected to a vapor recovery system that collects vapors and sends them to a disposal device. Chevron needs to make modifications to the existing VRS in an effort to reduce the equipment footprint, as Chevron no longer needs to operate their shipping tanks and wash tanks. The modifications will allow decommissioning of the shipping, wash, and reject tanks by removing them from the VRS. Prior to this modification, Chevron will empty and wash the storage and shipping tanks to ensure the tanks do not vent during the variance period. Excess emissions are estimated not to exceed 77.8 pounds of VOCs over the duration of this variance period, and the district has reviewed these calculations and finds them to be an adequate approximation. The closing or taking would require that the storage tanks be drained, degassed, and cleaned, which would result in more emissions than what are proposed due to the equipment and procedures involved. Chevron would need to shut in production during the cleaning process and then continuing through the variance period until they bring the VRS back online. Based on crude oil prices of $70 per barrel, Chevron would lose approximately $210,000 per day. Chevron has requested a short variance from the applicable requirements of district rules in addition to applicable conditions of the subject permits. The requested variance period would be for a non-consecutive 7-day period to occur sometime between March 12th, 2025 and June 10th, 2025 inclusive. If granted, the variance would allow Chevron to continue to store VOC-containing liquids in the subject tanks without an operating or functional VRS while Chevron conducts the proposed work. The district believes the required findings as set forth in the California Health and Safety Code can be made and recommends that Chevron be granted a short variance with the conditions on pages 4 and 5. And this concludes the district's presentation.
Okay, thank you, Will. Any questions for Will? Not seeing anything. Go to the petitioner, see if there's anything you'd like to add. Okay. Let's go then to public comment. Don't see anything here in Bakersfield. Do we have anything in Fresno?
None in Fresno and none online.
Okay, thank you. With that, then we'll close the testimony portion of this and see if we have discussion and motion.
I'll motion.
Okay, Corey?
All right. I move to approve Chevron USA Incorporated's petition for a short variance set forth in docket number S-25-08S with the required 6 findings of the Health and Safety Code adopted by reference set forth in the staff report. The variance shall be effective for a non-consecutive 7-day period to occur sometime between March 12th, 2025 and June 10th, 2025 inclusive, or until the proposed work is completed and the VRS is returned to compliant operation, whichever occurs first, and shall be subject to conditions on pages 4 and 5 of the staff report.
Thank you, Corey.
Seconded.
Motion by Mr. Weber. Do we have a second?
I seconded.
Okay, second by Ms. Dunn. If the clerk would take the roll, please.
Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
Mr. Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Weber,
Yes.
Dr. Moeller,
Yes.
through the chair, motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, folks. It's granted. Let's go then to S-2509S, short variance for California Resources Production Corp.
Yeah.
And the same procedure, just state your name and spell it for the record. Don't think it is, actually. There you go.
Julie Means, Julie-Means.
Thank you, Julie. Same procedure. We'll consider your initial petition, and then we'll go to, let me see, it's the fellow with the tie that's all decked out to be the final. That's got a Shannon. It's got
Morning.
Stafford.
My name's Shannon Moore. I'm an air quality specialist here at the district. Before you this morning is California Resources Production Corporation. They operate a series of storage tanks to receive, store, and ship crude oil and natural gas at their light oil western stationary source in Kern County. As required by district rules and conditions of the subject permits, the petroleum storage tanks must be controlled by a vapor recovery system and be maintained in a leak-free condition at all times. CRPC is planning to perform necessary maintenance, repairs, and upgrades to the facility. In order to complete the work, they will need to shut down the vapor recovery system. Therefore, they are requesting a short variance from requirements of the applicable district rules in addition to the applicable conditions of the subject permits. The requested short variance will be up for up to 14 days from March 17th, 2025 to March 30th, 2025 inclusive. If granted, the variance would allow CRPC to store VOC containing liquids in the subject tanks without a functional vapor recovery system. Using the tank emission spreadsheet developed by the district, CRPC has calculated that excess fugitive emissions from the storage tanks will be no more than 290 pounds of VOCs over the duration of the variance period. The district believes required findings as set forth in the California Health and Safety Code can be made and recommends that California Resources Production Corporation be granted a short variance with conditions on pages 3 and 4. That concludes the district.
Okay, thank you, Shannon. Any questions for Shannon?
I'm
No?
assuming the dates are going to be shifted same or, that's all right. I'm just,
Oh, Ms. Sand's asking if we have any date shifting there.
no date
Shannon?
shifting. That was my question.
They would be covered if they've started the work already. I don't know if they
Okay.
have, but March 17th through March 30th, I think still be adequate. Is that correct?
It's fine. That should be adequate. Thank you. We have not, but it should be adequate.
Okay, sounds good. Anything you'd like to add? No, okay. Let's see if we have any public comment. Don't see any here in Bakersfield. Anything in Fresno?
None in Fresno, none online.
Okay. With that, then we can conclude the testimony portion. See if we have motion, discussion.
I'll make a motion.
Dr. Mueller's good.
I'll try this. It's been a long time. I'll make a motion to approve California Resource Production Corporation's petition for I believe this is a short variance. Yeah, short variance. Set forth in docket number S2509S with the required 6 findings of the Health and Safety Code adopted by references as set forth in the staff report. The variance shall be effective for a period from March 17th, 2025 to March 30th, 2025, or until the work is completed, whichever occurs first, and shall be the subject to conditions set forth. I believe it's on 2, 3, and 4. Is it not? Or no? Yeah, 3 and 4 of the staff report.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Motion by Dr. Mueller. Do we have a second?
Yes, second.
Second by Ms. Dunn. Okay. The clerk will take the roll, please.
Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
Mr. Stovall,
Yes.
Mr. Weber,
Yes.
Dr. Mueller,
Yes.
through the chair, motion passes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
We're done.
Thank you.
And you're done.
Okay, so that I think concludes our hearing portion of the agenda. So let's go to the public comment phase. This time is made available for comments from the public on matters within the board's jurisdiction that are not on the agenda. Requested that no comments be made during this period on items on the agenda. The public may make comments after each board agenda item during the time allowed for public comment. Additionally, state law prohibits the hearing board from acting on matters that are not on this agenda. Not seeing anything here in Bakersfield. Anything in Fresno?
None in Fresno, none online.
Okay, great. Thank you. So we'll go to hearing board member comments again. Just good work by everybody getting through relatively six hearings. It's pretty.
A good job. They do a good job.
Yeah, staff. And Shannon even really dressed up for the occasion here. So.
She didn't even like that.
Okay, I'm sorry, Shannon. I just couldn't resist giving a little grief.
Thank you guys for your work.
Okay. Let's see. So any other hearing? No? Okay. Good to see Dr. Mueller with us again today. That's good. Any new business? Couldn't do anything on it anyway, but with that, then we'll consider ourselves adjourned. And I think our next meeting is April 9.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you.